Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami iti namine. Okay, scroll down. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Devi Sesya Sunyavadi Pasatani Datarine.
Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati iti namine Shri Varshapanavi Devi Daitaya Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhaveva Namaha Madhuryo Jala Premadya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Srimurtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddha Pasiddhantaharine.
Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagyamurtaye Vipralambara Sambodhe Padambujaya Te Namaha.
Namo Bhaktivinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugavaraya Te
Gauravirbhava
Gauravirbhava Bhumistam Nirdeshta Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhamau Shri Jagannataya Te Nama.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvije Namaha.
Panchatattva Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktatram Bhaktayam. What, Prabhuji?
Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami
Bhaktavataram Bhaktatyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam.
Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabanta Jagapate Gopesha Gopikanta Radha Kanta Namostute.
Jaitam Sutopangod Mamanda Matirgati Matsarvaswa Padambojo Radha Madana Mohana.
Divya Vrindaranya Kalpa Drumada Srimad Ratnangara Simhasanasto Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Nishtalibi Sevyamanosmani.
Shriman Rasa Rasaram Bhivam Sivata Tatastita Karshan Venuswanir Gopir Gopinatha Sri Estuna.
Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishapanu Sude Devi Pranamami Hari Priya.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Shiva Sadi Gaur.
Everybody together. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare. Hare Krishna, everyone. Very good morning. Very happy to be with all of you. Is everyone doing okay?
Yes,
Prabhuji.
yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Thank you. I'll give you another 30 seconds. I request everyone to keep their video on. That will be helpful. Once again, it's a request. Please keep your video on. Okay, my name is Kadamba Kanana Das. Those of you who are not familiar to me, my name is Kadamba Kanana Das. So last week we started talking about karma. Does anyone remember the definition of karma? If not, I'll just project it on the screen. Let's see. Okay, Aradhya, can you read this karma definition?
Activities performed by the soul in the material body, conditioned by the modes of material nature under the control and purview of time.
Okay, basically activities performed by who? By the soul in material body. Okay, and second thing is conditioned by modes of material nature. Rasika, what are the three modes of material nature?
Passion, ignorance, and goodness.
Goodness. And under the control and purview of time. Okay, three factors. And last week we talked about three modes of material nature, right? Remember?
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Can you give me example, Nishka? I said about three brothers to understand, to illustrate the three modes of material nature. Do you remember the names of the three brothers?
The first one was the brother of Ravan. I don't remember.
Vibhishan. Vibhishan. Then mode of passion is who? Rishi.
I remember ignorance, but I don't remember passion.
Okay. Okay. Who is for ignorance?
Was it Kumbhakarna?
Kumbhakarna. Okay. Sorry. Passion.
Passion is Ravana.
Yes. So if you remember the qualities of Ravana, you can remember what mode of passion is. If you remember the qualities of Vibhishan, you can know what mode of goodness is. If you know the qualities of Kumbhakarna, you know what mode of ignorance is. So we are very familiar to them. Okay. Then also we talked about all three modes, even though mode of goodness is still good, but still that will bind us and give us karmic sequences, consequences. So then we talked about time, right? Is time linear according to Vedic culture? Time linear or cyclical?
Cyclic.
Cyclical. Good. Give me an example for a cyclic.
Like the 4 yugas.
4 yugas. Very good. So we learned about time. There are 2 time cycles. And we also learned about how time is cyclical and very important. It's also relative. And more importantly, we need to utilize the time properly. Otherwise, we will miss the opportunity of taking advantage of human life. Life is limited and unpredictable, so better we be very careful to use the time in a righteous way. We shouldn't gamble with time, right? Saw that. So we need to make right choices all the time. This is where we are starting today. Once the choices are made, laws of karma starts to work. Okay? We know the karma, 3 things. Activities performed by soul. Okay, who else? Gaur Hari, can you say the definition of karma? To whatever extent you understand.
Actions performed by the soul.
Yes.
Under the purview of time.
Yes. One more. Conditioned by?
Conditioned by the 3 modes of material nature.
That's it. So once the choices are made, the laws of karma starts to work. Let's all remember this. Okay. So only ignorant person will say, hey, there are no rules. I'm just free, man. I'm not accountable for anything. Who will say? Only ignorant person, because we are responsible. Just because you don't know the traffic rules doesn't mean you are free to break the traffic rules, right? If you miss the stop sign, the policeman will come and give you a gift, right? He's going to come give you a ticket, correct? It's going to punish you. No matter, you can say that, oh, sorry, sir, I never seen traffic light in my country. This is the first time I'm looking at the traffic light. No, nothing doing. The fact that you are here, you should be knowing. Similarly, the fact that we are all in the material world, we should be aware of these things. Okay. So intelligence knows the rules and more importantly, how it governs us. Okay. So we see, one second. We see how there's so many differences in this world. Many times we see some people are born rich, some are born poor. If you see some countries, you see all the skyscrapers, buildings, and right next to that, there are slums or ghettos. Some people are born, we see people are born on the same day, same hospital, same time, but one is born with a silver spoon, other one doesn't have milk to drink. You've heard the stories? Yes? Some people are born with so much riches. There are so many people in this world are below poverty. If you see the World Bank report, it says about 60% of the people, they are below poverty in this world. That means if you see 10 people, out of 10, 6 people are below poverty. Okay. What do we mean by poverty? Does anyone know what exactly is poverty?
Like poor without food, nothing like that.
Yes.
No
Yes.
no shelter.
Homeless and okay, good. All right. So why there is so much disparity, so much differences? Is God so cruel? Amoha.
No, it's because the people who were like born poor, they did something in their past lives, so they were born like that.
Okay, that's fine. Good answer. Is the judge partial? If you see, if many religions, they consider God as only judge. Only in Vedic culture, we know God is a loving person. Who is God? Who is Supreme God, Purva?
Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Okay, what kind of a person is he? Is he a cruel, aggressive, arrogant person, or is a...
He's benevolent and
Yes,
kind.
benevolent. Beautiful. You use a nice word. He is benevolent and very kind, very loving, very caring. You put all the good adjectives for him, right? That is Krishna. So is judge partial? Sometimes we see in the court. Sometimes for one person, the judge will say, hey, you are punished. You will go to jail for 10 years, man. And for other people will say, hey, we award you $1 million. This is your compensation for the mistake that person did. So here is the compensation. So for one person, the judge gives so much money, $1 million. For the other person giving 10 years of imprisonment. Is the judge partial? No. The judge gives the verdict based on the activities of the individual. Correct? Is that clear so far?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. And Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Samoham Sarva Bhuteshu, he says, I envy no one, I am impartial. That means I am not partial to anyone. Okay? But I am equal to all. Krishna says it very clearly. I am not partial to anyone. I envy no one. So remember that. And Supreme Lord is there in everybody's heart as cell phone. No, as?
Yeah, the Supreme Lord is in everyone's
Heart as?
heart as the Paramatma. Super soul.
Paramatma, as a super soul. Thank you. Super soul is in all living entities, not just tigers, humans, every living entity, even the unicellular organisms like amoeba. They also have, even trees, plants, everyone has soul. And interestingly, not just that, along with that, there is super soul also. So super soul exists in every living entity, right? Okay. You remember last time I spoke about soul, Sri Ram. Let me check. What do you think will be the size of a soul in elephant compared to a size of the soul in ant?
It's the same size.
Okay, Shyam, you can go ahead. Who raised hands? Shyam? Was it Shyam?
Can I tell Prabhuji?
Yes, go ahead.
So they're the same size.
You sure?
In all creatures, the soul is the same size, yes.
Oh, it's wonderful. Okay, all right. So soul is the same size. So with this, we come to an understanding this. Who are we? We are the soul. Where are we? We are in the material world. What situation we are? We have a material body. Okay, when we use the word material body, what does that mean? Gaur Hari, what do you think is the word material body mean?
Like the current body you're in, but it's not eternal.
Okay, it's not eternal. Shreya, when we say material body, how is it compared to a spiritual body? What are some qualities of material body? Any thoughts?
Body is made up of like the 5 gross elements and the 3 subtle elements.
Yes.
Where the supreme body is not.
Okay. Any other things? Rishi.
I'm not sure.
Okay, that's all right. Udit, anything? Gaurari said it is not eternal. What does that mean, Udit?
That means you don't live forever. You die
Okay,
at
that's
some
great.
point.
Yeah, once again, request all of you to turn on your video so that I can see your moon-like faces. It'll be nice to interact. Thank you all. So, material body is temporary and it is not eternal. It is made of gross elements. That means it has an expiry date. Material body has an expiry date. Okay, Sahasra, what do we mean by the word expiry date? Like when we say, oh, this has an expiry date, what does that mean, Sahasra?
Like when there's an expiring date, then after that expiring date, it won't like work as good, or it won't, like if it's milk, it won't taste good. It spoils.
Okay, all right. Okay. So what am I bound by? Three modes of material nature. What is controlling me? Time factor, right? Who is watching me? Paramatma. So with a broader vision of universal justice, we can understand how each individual soul, that means all of us, are responsible for our own karma. Okay. So again, Radha Modi, can you read the definition one time?
Activities performed by the soul in the material body conditioned by the modes of material nature under the control and purview of time.
Thank you. Okay, who is this, Sham? Suhrad? Anyone?
I don't know,
I
Prabhuji.
think Newton.
Newton? Yes,
Yeah,
Newton.
Newton.
Yes, for every action there is equal and opposite reaction. That is Newton's third law. Okay. So let's remember that. And another important concept we need to understand is free will. Every action has a response. Okay. And every response that we do, that we provide, leads to a reaction. Okay. Our response is based on our free will. Sonika, Monica, what do you think is what do you understand by the word free will?
Like what we want.
Yes. Free will means, say it again.
Like something like that we want, like
Something
we want.
you want and something you can do about, right? You have the free will to do things. That means nobody forces you. If you want, you can do. If you don't want, you don't have to do. That's what free will means, right? Make sense so far? And how we use our free will decide our destiny. So remember this word, okay? How we use our free will decides our destiny. Meghna, can you repeat what I just said? Meghna, are you there? If you are there, probably you have to unmute it. All right. Who else can say what I just said?
So Krishna lets us do whatever we want to, and based on how we do that, he gives us time so we can do whatever we want. He lets us do whatever we want, and based on what we do, that will decide what happens next.
Okay, some people think everything is controlled by God. And if that is true, we'll be just like robots. Just imagine if everything is controlled by God, it'll be like he programs you. You'll just like this, robots. So God never interferes our free will. Okay, that is the only property of Atma. Everything is not predestined. If somebody says, oh, you guys who follow the Sanatana Dharma or Hindu Dharma, that means you guys believe everything is predestined. You don't have to do anything. Just sit in your chair and watch TV and everything will happen. No, that's wrong. That is misunderstanding. Everything is not predestined. Some things are predestined. Many things are not. Okay, let me give you a quick example. Okay, if you win a lottery of $1 million, okay, Tanvi, what do you think you will do with the $1 million?
Prabhuji, what did you say?
If you win a lottery for $1 million, I mean, we should not be buying lottery. In case if you get a prize money of $1 million, what do you think you will do with that money?
You could use it for the greater good.
Greater good, like, give me an example.
Charity and temple.
Yes, charity and things like that. Okay, so that is your good part, right? Just imagine a person who is not good at heart and who has corrupted mind. He may use that money for drugs or drug dealing or anything, and he may think that he can use that money for, increasing his, capital money, the money he has. So based on that, they get reactions. If you use it in a good way, you get good reaction. If you use it in a bad way, you get bad reaction. So do you have a choice? Radha, another Radha, not Radha Modi, Radha. Do you have a choice, Radha? To use the money the way you want? I'm not hearing you. Shriram, do we have choice, Shriram?
What, Prabhuji?
Do we have choice? Like, if you have $1 million, do you have choice how to use that money?
Yeah.
So what are the choices you have? Quickly.
You can spend it on stuff like that you don't need, or you can spend it on stuff that you need.
Okay. All right. So we have free will. So let me just tell you quickly. We make choices using our free will, and our free will to choose a response, it's influenced by the three modes of material nature. Our free will, it is influenced. When we make a response, that is actually influenced by the three modes of material nature. Remember this, once we make a choice, once we made a choice, then there is a reaction. Okay, so far everybody understanding what I'm trying to say? We make choices using our free will, okay? And our free will, which we use to make a response, is influenced by the three modes of material nature. So based on what mode we are in, we make a response. So once we make a choice, then there is reaction. Give you an example, flight to New York. Okay, imagine if you are going to New York from Detroit. So you have a choice. You already booked your ticket. You have a choice to go to airport. You can catch a cab, or you can go from your father's car to go to airport. That is your first free will. You can decide whether you want to go to New York or don't want to. And after going airport, again, you have a choice whether you can go through the security and do the check-ins and everything and go all the way to the gate. Okay. And after that, again, still you have a choice, free will. Like, okay, one second. I think somebody is saying, okay, fine. No problem, Radha. I understand. Okay. Suhrat, I understand. So basically, after going to the gate, you still have a free will choice that whether you want to board the flight or not. So you can go board the flight or not. It is still up to you. So you have free wills up until you sit on the seat in airplane. Okay. Once the airplane takes off, then you don't have any choice. Do we have a choice once the flight is taken off?
No.
No. Can you say, excuse me, I don't want to go. Can you get the flight down? No, they won't. They say, just be quiet. Yeah, go ahead.
But if you were to pretend that you're getting a heart attack or something, then they would turn the plane around.
Yes, yes, that's right. I was about to say that there are exceptional situations, but we don't take that exception for granted, right? You cannot just pretend that you have a heart attack and say, excuse me, please bring it down. I just want to watch a movie. So I'm pretending to, have a heart attack. What do you think will happen? They will treat you with nice prasad and take you to your movie? No.
No.
They will send you to
Like the
hospital.
First of all, hospital. And if they kind of find out that you pretended, you said a lie, then you can be punished for it. That person can get a jail because of you, because of that person. Everybody's journey is delayed, right? So for that act, they can be punished. So we need to be very careful. What do we do? So basically, once you make a choice, there is reaction. That's where karma starts. And even in the flight, you got to behave properly. You cannot say, hey, right now I'm in flight. I can do whatever you want. Hey, you come here and bring this, bring that. You can never do like that. Or you call somebody and give a tight slap. No. What do you think will happen if you do that? Rishi Babu, you want to say something?
I want to say that if they figure out that he was faking a heart attack, then after that they would really make him need to go to the hospital.
Yes, they will make him go to hospital and they find out. They do a testing and find out if he's really doing or faking it. If they know that he's faking it, he'll be punished. Okay, coming back to this point, even when you are traveling up in the air, you got to behave properly. If you don't behave properly, as soon as the airplane lands, that time the police will be there to welcome you and take you to wherever you are required to go. So you got to behave all the time properly. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, in flight, up until the flight takes off, you have free will. After that, you don't have. Similarly, in life also, until the point you make a response, after that, the reaction starts. Does that make sense so far?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Sindhu.
Yes.
Sindhu?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you understand from the example I gave you about the airplane? Can you use your own words?
When there's always a reaction to something that you do.
Okay. So do we have a free will?
Yeah.
Okay. So when does the reaction start?
Like
Once you make a choice. Right?
Yeah, once you make a choice, yeah.
Free will. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So once flight takes off, the destiny takes over. Okay. So far, so good. So in every point of life, I want you to remember all of this. In every point of life, in our life, we have this free will. Okay. And we have the free will to, especially to make choices. So it is up to us to make a right choice or a wrong choice. For both, we will have to face the consequences. If you make a right choice, you'll be happy with it. Okay. So there are three types of actions. What Bhagavad Gita says, there are three types of action we can do using our free will. One is karma, second one is vikarma, third one is akarma. Who's there? Let me see. Sahasra, are you familiar with these terms? Karma, akarma, vikarma. Have you heard of these terms?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Okay, what do you think karma means here?
Like when you do like something bad, then you'll get it back.
Okay, karma is not just that. Whatever activities you do, you get some reactions. But in this understanding, karma means good actions. Okay, and vikarma means bad actions, where you get bad reaction. So basically, to understand that, here what we mean by karma here is you do good activities, good reaction, and vikarma is you do bad activities, get bad reaction. Akarma means you do activities in such a way that there are no reactions, no good or bad reactions, because both good action and bad action will bind us. How? If you do good activities, we have so much punya or pious credits. So with that pious credits, we may go to the higher planets, the heavenly planets, and we may enjoy there for as much as our pious credit. Pious credit is like bank account. Imagine you have $10,000 and you go to Hawaii. How many of you like Hawaii? Heard about Hawaii?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, lots of beaches and stuff.
Yes, it's a beautiful vacation place. So you have $10,000. You go to Hawaii. You rent a hotel for 10 days. So you enjoy your time there. After that, what happens? Once you finish your money, can you say, "Excuse me, sir, I just gave you $10,000 for 10 days. Can you extend for another 10 days?" What do you think the manager will ask you, Sonika?
I'm sorry, can you repeat what you said?
I said you have $10,000 and you used up all the money staying there in a hotel for 10 days. After that, you still want to stay 10 more days, but you don't have money. So you go to the manager and say, "Excuse me, sir, can you extend my stay for another 10 days? So what do you think the manager will do?
I don't think they will allow you to stay because you don't have any more money to pay.
Exactly. They won't allow you to stay. Similarly, when you go to higher planets, heavenly planets, as long as you have punya, they will allow you to stay, right? And once you finish up your punya karma or good pious credits, then you are pushed down again to earth planet. Understand? That is all about good karma. So good action also. Sham, I understand. No worries. Aradhya, I'm going to explain that. So good actions, yes, has a good consequences. but still that is limited. So you cannot enjoy forever. You can only enjoy as much as you have the pious credit, just like your bank account. As much as you have money, you can spend. After that, no. And next one is vikarma. Vikarma is when we do bad activities, we get bad reactions. For that, we may have to go suffer down to the lower planets. And the suffering is also another account. So as soon as you finish your papa or sinful account, or you can say like this account, once you finish the bad activities account, then we again come back to the earth and again we start working. You understand? So both good and bad activities, both will bind us. So good karma is basically, if you perform action according to the laws of God as given in scriptures, then it is called good karma. But if you waste our human life and engage in sinful activities or animalistic activities, then it is called bad karma or vikarma. Is that clear so far?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, Archita, do you understand so far what do we mean by karma and vikarma?
Yes.
Yes, what is vikarma, Archita?
Bad karma.
Say again.
Bad karma.
Okay, all right. Okay, so both bad karma and good karma bind us. Did we understand that? Aradhya, so far, did you understand what do we mean by both bind us?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And who else is there? Arshit, Meghna, you didn't answer so far. Meghna, can you hear me? Okay, Nashita.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Nashita, do you think will good karma? People generally say you should have to do good, be good, right? That's a good thing, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Say that good karma also bind us. What exactly we mean by that? Just say in your mind, whatever comes, it's okay.
Well, I guess it means like that. Not well. I don't know how to explain that.
That's all right, no problem. See, yes, both bind us, just like bank accounts. So if you have a lot of money.
What did you go over?
Say again?
I lagged out. What did you go over?
What did I go over? What do you mean?
When I was gone for like 5 minutes. What did you?
Okay, sure. I'm going to summarize it. When I summarize it, you'll get it. Okay?
Okay.
Is that Surat?
Yes.
Okay, Surat, I will explain it. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay. So yes, both good karma, they are like separate bank accounts. They don't merge together. Like we have checking account and savings account. So similarly, they are separate. Good karma account and bad karma account, separate accounts. Okay. So both will bind us. For good karma, you have to again be in this material world and go upper planets, enjoy. Once you finish, come down. And for bad karma account, you go down to the lower planets, suffer for our sinful reactions. Once finished, again come back to the earth planet. So earth planet is like, this is the place starting point or a junction. So at this place, whatever we do, it helps us to either go up or down. So if we are intelligent, we want to do some actions that free us from this both going up and down business. And that activity is called akarma. Akarma means we do activities that help us to be free from both good karma and bad karma. Is that clear, Rasika? Okay, Meghna, I couldn't hear you actually. So that's why I had to move on to the next person. Okay, sorry about it, but I couldn't hear you. Okay, Rasika, can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, what do you understand by the word akarma?
Maybe something which is not karma. I don't really know.
Yes, it's basically we're doing activities that does not have any karmic reactions, both good and bad. That means we want to do activities that doesn't have either good reactions or bad reactions, but the best reactions. That doesn't mean if it is neither good nor bad, what kind of reaction is that? It is the best reaction, will be very helpful, and that is called akarma. So of all the three types of the action, that which frees one from the bondage of karma is preferred by the intelligent people, and that is called akarma. That's what Krishna wants us to perform. Okay. Okay, I don't have time for the story, so next time I'll tell you. Okay, so bad karma we understood. See, these are some people who are examples for good karma. So some other time I will tell you the stories. Okay, I'll quickly say this is a very nice story. His name is Howard Kelly. Okay, when he was a little boy, he was from a very poor family, and his parents couldn't afford his expenses. So even at very young age, he would go out and sell flowers and bring money with that. Can everybody hear me so far? Clear?
Yes.
So he would do that. So one day he did not have his breakfast, and it was a hot sunny day, and he was going around places to sell roses, and he was very hungry. He was so hungry, so he couldn't move forward. So what did he do? He knocked at one house. Okay, I have a question. So let's take chanting as an example. I will come there, Shreya. I'm coming there. Okay, just give me an example. So, oh, it's not going away. 1 second. So this boy, he knocked at one house door and said, "Excuse me, I actually sell roses, but today I'm so hungry. Can you give me some water to drink?" The lady went inside, and instead of water, she brought a huge cup of milk. And she said, "Boy, please take it." The boy felt, "Ma'am, it's okay. Just give me some water." "It's all right, boy. Take this milk and drinks. That will help you to, suppress your hunger." So he drank the milk and he thanked the lady. "Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much." Then, with tears in his eyes, he left the place. And after many years, the lady who gave milk, right? That lady became so sick and she went to hospital. And she was having a problem. She was having a disease that required almost $100,000 to get a surgery done. And she said, "I'm not that rich. I can't afford that much." But the doctor said, "You have to do it, ma'am, no other way." Then she said, "Okay, go ahead. Somehow I'll try to do things." Then the surgery was done. Everything was done. The lady was in so much fear. "I don't know what's going to happen. If I get a hefty bill of $100,000, my life is finished." So she was in so much anxiety and fear. And just after 5 minutes, the nurse came and said, "Ma'am, you're all fine. You're good to go. Everything is done." I said, "That's all? I don't need to pay?" She said, "No, you don't have to pay because somebody paid for you." And they made a note. He said, "Paid in full with 1 glass of milk." And who was that boy? That boy, he became a doctor, and he is the one who did surgery for this lady, and he cured her. And he saw the name and he understood it was the same lady who gave milk when he was hungry. And he said, "Paid in full with 1 glass of milk, Dr. Howard Kelly." This is a real story happened. So this is one example for good karma, right? You do good, good comes back. And bad, we have so many examples, Ravan, Kumbhakarna, all these places, right? And even simple examples, if somebody drinks alcohol, what do you think he will get later in life?
He'll probably die and get heart diseases.
Yes, he will have a liver disease and so many other problems. So that is about vikarma. Okay. Even if somebody does some bad activity in the name of religion, you see the third picture, they call out God and kill somebody, that is still very, very bad. For that person will be killed like that. So that is also bad karma. So you cannot misuse God's name. So, okay, let's move on to the next one. I'm coming to your question.
Prabhuji, you stopped sharing the screen.
Oh. Yeah, I'm coming. Can you see now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so basically what we need to focus is akarma. As I said, both good karma, it's good for you. Absolutely not a problem. But still it will bind you to this material world. You have to come back again and again because you have to enjoy the good karma, karmic reaction. Similarly, bad also you have to come back because you have to suffer for the bad karma. So we need to focus on akarma. Both akarma and vikarma bind us. So scriptures say we need to be very careful with what we do. Okay. So let's see what is akarma. So this is one thing that we need to understand. Suppose if somebody say, "How is that, in next life I take a different body. How will God identify me that I was the one who did it?" It is something like if a person with a yellow shirt goes and steals a TV and sells it in the market, make money, and he changes his shirt to black. Do you think he can escape police?
No.
Police
They'll
will
still
still
have his
come.
face and stuff.
Yes, still he will come and catch him. So similarly, doesn't matter if we change the body. For whatever we did, we have to go through that reaction. Okay. What was the question? Now let me go to the question of Shreya. So let's take chanting as example. Chanting is obviously good. But what happens when you're not fully sincere in your chanting? Does it count as karma, akarma, vikarma? Okay, very nice question. But chanting itself is an akarmic activity. It doesn't give you good karma or bad karma, but that gives you the best karma. What is best karma? Is Krishna karma. You have a bhakti account. Bhakti account is separate, right? We have punya account, pap account. This bhakti account, the interesting thing about bhakti account is whatever you put in, will give you multiple benefits. Like example, if you put $10,000, it'll give you $1 million returns. So it is amazing returns it gives. Whatever you put, it gives multiple returns. So that's called bhakti account. So when you are chanting, you are investing in your bhakti account that comes forever. And that bhakti account never gets depleted. It always multiplies, and no one can take anything away from the bhakti account. And even if you use it, still that account grows. It is something like, imagine you have a bank account where you have $10,000. You keep withdrawing $1,000 every day, but your account keep increasing. $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. How happy you will be, right? That is bhakti account. Whatever you put in, it actually grows in multiples. And even if you withdraw, still nothing happens. It still keep growing. That is called bhakti account. So whatever you do chanting, even if you're not sincere at this time, doesn't matter. Please keep chanting. Then you are still putting money in the bhakti account. It is something like, if you're not sincere, still you get benefit, but you get minimal benefit. But if you're sincere, you get amazing benefits. Does that make sense, Shreya? So
yes, Prabhuji.
Is that clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Krishna karma and akarma both are same. Okay. When we say Krishna karma activities, for Krishna is Krishna karma. Akarma activities which does not have reaction. So basically, which activities doesn't have any reactions? Those activities we do in bhakti, that activities are called Krishna karma or akarma. Aradhya, what is your question? I can understand.
So let's say you give you donate to the temple, like Radha Gopijan Vallabh, you donate to their temple.
Yes.
So if that's a karma, then
yes.
If you donate to let's say some Devta temple, then would that still count as a karma because it's a Devta instead of Krishna?
See, more than the activity, the attitude with which or the motivation with which we donate is important. So when you donate to a Devata temple, what is your attitude? If you just want that, hey, I'm going to give you $100, but you make sure that I get $1,000, right? Then the motivation is different. Do you understand that? The motivation is you want some material benefits. Then it becomes just a basic karma. It is not Krishna karma anymore. But when you give it to Gopijana Vallabha and you say that, Krishna, thank you so much. You gave me so much. This is my gratitude to you. And this is the money can be used for prasadam services or garland services in the temple. Then it is pure Krishna karma. Does that make sense? So the motivation decides what we do. Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Is that clear or you have any more doubts on that?
No, Prabhuji, thank you.
No problem. I hope everybody can understand my language and my English. Is that okay so far?
Of course.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there are little more varieties of karma. Some are called as instant karma, some are called as delayed karma, and some are called as individual karma, some are called as collective karma. We'll just quickly see. Instant karma, we all know what is instant karma, right? Who else didn't talk so far? Nashita, can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Nashita, can you give me an example for instant karma?
Well, like you're doing something, you do something, and then like, or like good or bad, you get it like instantly right after you do it.
Yes. Give me an example, quick. All right. That's all right. No worries. You answered already. No worries. Who else can say? Instant karma example. Sai Krish.
It's like you do something good.
Give me an
Like,
example.
so you pay, like you donate to the temple, and then like instantly they will do some service in honor of you, maybe, or
That's
not
nice.
honor.
Good.
Just,
I
yeah.
have one example. Ji.
Yeah, go ahead, quick.
So you're at a bar, and if you like drink too much, that's ignorance. When you're driving home, you're drunk, and then you maybe crash or something happens, and then you die.
Yes. Yes, fine. Simple example. If I come and give you a tight slap, what do you think we'll do? You'll give me back. That's instant karma, right? So instant karma, you get immediate reaction. Delayed karma, you get little later. Okay. Sometimes it can be days. Sometimes it can be months. Like people who drink too much alcohol, which is so bad. After some years, they develop a liver disease and they die out of it. And because of that, the whole family suffers. That is delayed reaction. It took a year or 10 years or 20 years. That's called delayed karma. So instant is immediate, delayed is delayed. Individual is, each individual's karma is separate. All our karmas are separate account. You cannot mix, you cannot transfer. Hey, I have 100,000 karma. Would you like to have some? And I transfer 10,000 to you. No, it doesn't happen like that. You cannot transfer karma to anyone. Is that clear? Karma is your own account. Only you can handle with it. Nobody else can. Sometimes people say, this you're suffering because of your parents' karma. No. Everybody's karma is different. You are suffering because of your karmic reactions. Okay? Understand? Collective karma is sometimes many people have a similar situation, similar karmic consequence. They have to go through a same suffering. So all of them are put in a place like that, then they go through the same suffering. That's why sometimes in flight accidents or train accidents, like 100 people died or something like that. It's because all 100 of them had a similar karmic bank account. Okay. I mean, similar karmic reaction, which they had to go through. Because of that, they got. Gaur Hari, yes.
So, does Corona count as like collective karma?
Corona, see, yes, to some extent, yes. But again, individual karma also there. If we get it, it is because of our own individual karma. But to be more precise, if they have to go through the same situation, that's where this collective karma comes into the picture, like tsunami, like earthquake, like train accident, flight accident. In Corona, not everybody, in the same street, not everybody goes through, right? Only some people get it, some people don't. You get it? But whereas in a flight accident, everybody's gone. Does that make sense, Gaurahari?
Yeah, but isn't like in Corona, like you feel like the depression, like you're in lockdown?
Yeah. Yes. For that reaction, yes, it is collective. Right? Yes, Sanvi. Who is Sanvi? Is Tanvi or Sanvi?
Sanvi.
Okay, Sanvi. Sorry. Go ahead. What is the question?
So if like, for example, there's an earthquake and for the people who died, does that mean they had bad karma? And the people who survived, does that mean they had good karma?
Yes, you're right. You're right. Yes. Based on their karmic reaction, they went through. Some have survived because of their good karma. Some did not because of their bad karma. Okay. But very important point. Just because somebody died or somebody is suffering, we cannot say that, hey, you suffering because of your bad karma. That's not our attitude. We are devotees, very kind people, gentle. Oh, you're suffering. I'm so sorry to hear that you're suffering. How can I help you? That is our attitude. So knowing karma is not to pinpoint people, point to somebody, hey, you're suffering because of your karma, you suffering because of your karma. Not for that reason. It is to make us understand that, okay, karma will work. So be careful whether you know it or not, whether you believe it or not. Some people might say, hey, in our religion, there is no karma. Your religion may not have karma, but you have karma. You understand? Doesn't matter. It's like traffic lights. You may be an Indian or American or Japanese, doesn't matter. Still, you have to obey the traffic rules. Similarly, you may be whatever religion you are, still karma will work for you. So to know karma is to help us understand so that we be careful not to commit bad karma and good karma, but we do akarma so that we can go back to spiritual world. What if a person does some good karma, but at the same time do bad karma? Yes, very good question. Very nice, Nishka. It is like you have 10 good karma account and 10 bad karma. Okay. Does that mean that, okay, 10 minus 10, how much? 0. No, doesn't work like that. Here, let me just pull out. Where is that? So many pictures I had. Okay. Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay, somebody does 6 good karma and 4 bad karma. It doesn't become like 6 minus 4, subtract 4 from 6, 2. No, it does not work like that. He has to go through the, enjoy good karma for 6 times and suffer 4 times for the bad karma. So both are separate. So we cannot nullify in any ways. Good karma, you enjoy separately. Bad karma, suffer separately. Does that make sense, Nishka?
Yes, Guruji.
Okay, all right. Okay, fine. So karma basically works like a granary. Okay, let's understand this. You know what is granary? Anyone? Quickly, Purva?
No.
Sai Krish, Garhari, anyone? What is granary?
It's where they store the grains after they harvest
Exactly.
it.
This is the place where they store grains. Just imagine a place, okay? This is a huge place. You see at the bottom there is a door. From that they will collect. On top they will pour the grains up. Okay? Just imagine. Let's understand, and with this we'll conclude. Okay? You first year, you are a farmer. You understand? You actually produce rice, low quality rice. You did not have access to high quality. You produce low quality rice. So you fill the granary 1 quarter with low quality rice. And the next year, you got little more money. So you had ponni rice, and you produce ponni rice and put another quarter, filled with another quarter with ponni rice. Okay. And then the following year, you had more money, so you could have basmati rice and fill the granary with basmati rice 1/2. So the first 50% on top is basmati, then the next to that is ponni rice, at the bottom is low quality rice. Okay, in granary we always pour from top and take the grains from bottom. So when you take grains from the bottom, what do you think will come first, Radha Modi?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Okay, so we have 3 quality rices, right?
Yeah.
Low quality rice, ponni rice, basmati rice. Initially you put low quality rice, then on top you put ponni, then on top you put basmati rice. So what do you think will come out when you are taking from bottom?
The low quality.
Yes, low quality rice will come. So once the low quality rice is finished, then ponni rice comes. Then once that is finished, basmati rice will come. So that's why sometimes we see people who seems to be good, but they are suffering because in the previous life, they put so much bad karma and they are withdrawing that. Once that is done, then they will enjoy the good karma. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So that's why some people, they finished up both low quality and ponni rice and they are withdrawing basmati rice. Or some people might have put basmati rice at the bottom. So when they are withdrawing, it seems like this person is bad, but still he's enjoying because he put basmati rice, good karma so much there. So he's withdrawing it now. Once that is finished, he will suffer for the karma. So with that, we will conclude karma. I hope everybody understood. Is that clear so far?
Yes, Prabhuji.
All right. Any questions on karma or can we conclude? Okay. This week. Yeah, go ahead, quick.
So I just had one question, Prabhuji. Can
Yeah, sure.
akarma nullify like bad karma, or can it get rid of good karma?
Akarma will not have any karma. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Sarvadharman Parityaja Mamekam Sharanam Raja. Once you do akarma, all your sinful activities are already gone. Krishna says, Aham Swam Sarva Papebhyo. He finishes off all your bad karma. So you become fully free from all karma, both good and bad, and you only Krishna karma account. Make sense?
Yeah.
This is the Sarvadharman Parityaja verse 1863. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Who has another? Okay, this is the last question. Why do we still get affected with the past life karma when we didn't have knowledge of Krishna conscious, but now we do? See, until we become pure devotees, until we reach, that's why I use the word Sarvadharman Parityaja Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja. Once you surrender to Krishna, complete surrender, at that time Krishna removes all your karma. That time you are fully freed from karma. Okay. Until then, you have to go through these reactions. Make sense?
Yes, Guruji.
Okay. So coming Wednesday, we will be celebrating Ram Navami. So let us all meditate on Lord Ram and his great qualities. And next week also, we will get to know more about the upcoming festivals from Mataji. So thank you all so much. All of you have a wonderful time and wonderful Krishna Bhakti. May Radha Gopijana Vallabha bless you all with pure Krishna Bhakti in your life. And you have a healthy, long, blissful Krishna conscious life. Okay, thank you all so much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Kalpataropyascha kripasindhya eva cha patidana pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji. Bye.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Bye.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, if you want to leave, I can take the host access and then I will transfer to Mataji. If you want to leave or if you want to stay, it's absolutely fine, Prabhuji, whatever is convenient.
Is it okay, Mataji, if I can leave?
Yes, Prabhuji, yes.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you for taking this session. Very grateful to you, Prabhuji. Sorry, I'm in middle of lot of things.
No problem, Mataji, please. Thank you. I'm grateful. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.